Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here on Sunday, May 6th at it's about 1300 in the afternoon Eastern Time. Now today we're having a New Belgium fat tire. New Belgium fat tire. It's a Belgian style ale. It's made by New Belgium Brewing in Fort Collins, Colorado and Asheville, North Carolina. 5.2% alcohol by volume, which means it's wonderful. You can drink it, a lot of it, and it's not going to wreck you. I had this, and it's an ale. And it's not one of these things that's got like, 80 pounds of hops per cc. Now I like hops, but probably a bit more than the next guy in a way, but all these IPAs now are way over hopped for the most part. Anyway, cheers. God bless us all. I had seen this about not quite 2 years ago. And it was, I think they were just test marketing it in the Columbus area. And, so of course I bought a box, Well, actually, I liked it so much I went back and I bought all the boxes they had left. Wonderful. And then, never saw it again. I saw it about maybe 3 weeks ago. But they were charging like an ultra premium price for it. Well, I can see why. It's really good. Plus, they were selling it in 6-packs rather than 12-pack boxes. So I deferred. But this morning after church, I stopped in, and there it was. $16 for 12 of these. They had 4 boxes of them. I bought 4 boxes. I'm going to go back tomorrow and Tuesday to see if they put anything more out in the case. And I'm going to stock up on this because I have a feeling we won't be seeing this very often. At that price anyway, given the way beer is taxed in Ohio now. Taxed at a far higher rate per alcohol content than, or per volume content than wine. Anyway, good stuff. So I read in church this morning, and it seems that we're down only to 1 alb in my size, and the acolyte is now wearing that alb, or he got there ahead of me, let's put it that way. And funny how these kids grow. So I think I'm going to have to take the plunge and buy, go to Almy's website. They're out of Connecticut. They make a lot of these liturgical garbs. And just buy my own. I told the guy today, I told him about, how we're down to, we're missing albs. I said, as soon as I buy my own, I'll get pissed off at this place and leave. But I'll be stuck with this album, I suppose if I really got pissed off enough, I could just donate it to the church. I don't think that's likely to happen, but I have been on the verge of walking out of that place several times over the 23 years I've been going there. And I imagine anybody who takes their church going fairly seriously has felt more or less the same way about that particular church, not necessarily going to church. It's been we've had a fairly benign stretch here. We had really one very heavy day of, well, not a day of rain, but an episode of rain here a few days back. A true washout. I mean, you're talking about can't see down the driveway, you know. Rain's coming horizontally. You know, people were tying themselves to trees, you know. There's a great scene in Ernest Hemingway's Islands of the Stream, which was published posthumously. And it describes a hurricane, and one of these paragraphs described, it says, you know, people were tying themselves to trees to keep from getting blown away. Didn't see any cars blown sideways, but it was getting close. Then I'd been hearing turkeys in the morning. You know, it's like, you know, and I got out in time to see that there were two males coming down. You know, the little clip you're going to see later on, there are two males coming down the way because the hens were calling from over down that way. It's been warm enough I can have the windows open at night, or a window open at night. I generally only open the one window anyway in the house, because otherwise you get too much dirt coming into the front window. I just keep the kitchen window open in the back there. I generally always close my back door. I generally always close my front door. Yeah, I didn't get around to early voting, so I'll go up to vote on Tuesday at the precinct place there, up slightly. Oh, it's about a mile and a half north of me. Man, it's you know, when you live in a one-party county like Delaware County, it's you know, the real nasty politicking goes on at the primaries, not during the general election. Yeah, well, you know, the source. Apparently. There was at least one circuit, maybe two electrical circuits out at church this morning, and the rector went down and flipped all the circuit breakers, and it didn't restore service. So there's going to have to be obviously some sort of investigation done to find out where the fault lies. They've been tearing out a lot of the stuff in the kitchen downstairs. I imagine maybe somewhere along the line they got a bit of a power surge or something. I don't know. I don't understand all that stuff. Anyway, the lights were out sort of over the staircases, and you know, let's just say for some of the older and more visually impaired folks, that proved to be a bit challenging. Fortunately, nobody fell down. So yeah, okay. Glad I stopped in at Giant Eagle on the way home, because, you know, I was going to go up tomorrow anyway, but better to have this today than tomorrow. I don't read again till the 20, well, let's see. I think the 27th, let's see. Yes, it'd be the 27th, because next Sunday's going to be the 14th. No, 13th. Mother's Day. I'm going to avoid that at all cost. And then the 20th will be Pentecost. And, you know, it's Pentecost. What can you say? Well, I guess you can say a lot since it's all done in tongues. And then, actually, one of my favorite Sundays of the year, the 27th, the next Sunday, you know, the Sunday after Pentecost, Trinity Sunday. I like Trinity Sunday. I must be one of the three people in the United States that likes Trinity Sunday. I like it. I'm still waiting to get an opportunity to read my sermon that I wrote about Trinity Sunday. I don't think I'm going to hold my breath on that. I think, you know, what more can you say about, you know, essentially moderately uneventful times? Roof over my head, clothes my back, and food in my belly. I guess I can't ask for more. So I'm going to show you a couple of clips here after I sign off. They're short, they're self-explanatory. So bye-bye, YouTubers. It's okay, honey souls. It's kind of diorama around here after this downpour we had a few minutes ago. You might be able to see them. I mean, it's kind of hard. That's why they, you know, they're deer. They blend in, don't they? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, here's the buckeye trees, or horse chestnuts, as we've often called them around here. They're getting into flower. They can get to be quite pretty this time of year. You know, they really can. I was thinking here about the deer I tried to show you. You know, like, where did they shelter during the storm? Well, they obviously sheltered at the very base of this hill here on the creek bank, underneath the tallest trees, because, you know, they clearly knew some major storm was coming. I mean, any sentient animal would. Any sentient human that had the good fortune to grow up as a youngster where they were out of doors would know that. Here are some wild black cherry blossoms. They're very evanescent. They don't last around very long. They're very fragile. They blow off and fragment very quickly, but it's always fun to see them on the wild black cherry tree here out back. Now, on the temperature front, we're now to about 71, but when this line of storms came through, we dropped from like 84 down to, well, I don't know, 60. I mean, it was like well, maybe 68. I mean, it was like a 16-degree drop in less than 10 minutes. But we're at 71 now. There's a little raw garlic I've been piecing on here this afternoon. Eat more raw garlic. It's really good for you guys. It really is. There are the turkeys this morning.